Today we're going to be having a look at these. Paper lantern lights, little bit of an oddity. I'll go through them, explain what they are, how I got to own them, and we're going to try and revive them. So I've had these since about 2008. They were from China. They were making these by hand, little artisan paper shades. They reminded me of Chinese paper lanterns that you could get in the 60s and 70s for Christmas decorations in the UK. Let us know in the comments below if you remember those paper lanterns. I managed to get some reproductions a few years ago. I might do a feature on one of those later in the year when we're getting close to Christmas. These are very odd lights because not only do they have a very short lead going from the first lamp to the plug, but this is an American plug and these are not American lights. These are in fact 240, or as it says in here, 220 UK voltage lights. Apparently this has got a 3 amp fuse in it, but we'll see. But this is American plug. I have to run it on a adapter for running other countries' plugs. Don't want to do that anymore, and I want some longer wire, so we're going to extend the wire, put on a classic UK plug with a 1 amp fuse in it, and just see if we need to replace any of the bulbs. And what's odd about these is they're a set of 35, so I had to find some appropriate bulbs, push-in bulbs for sets of 35, which are very few and far between as far as I'm aware. I managed to find some. These are Wonderland spare bulbs, non-fuse bulbs for sets of 35 Wonderland lights, 7 volt, 0.7 watts. These are push-in with pronged feet. Can't remember what these ones are. I don't think they're pronged feet. Strange. Sets of 35 push-in. Most push-in lights were either 20 or 40 for the initial runs of them, and then we've got into the late 90s, early 2000s, you got this silly set of 100. So let's figure out how we've got to take this apart. This weighs absolutely nothing. This is made of nothing. If you put something on this with a higher load, this would just melt. There we go. There was a little bit of a tab on the inside up there. Looks like we've got it coming out now. Oof. It's just, wow, that's some sketch. Right, there was no fuse in them, so that is most definitely going in the bin. Here's the cable I'm going to be putting on it. I need to get some more of this. This is for 600 volts. You can make it out there, 600 volt. I use this flex to extend my P-Rote and Snowman lights, my original set that I restored, but I need to get some more of this flex. If anybody knows where I can get a good price on this kind of single core white flex, let us know below. I need a few meters of it because I've got lots of other lights to do. We've got about a meter's worth, obviously less if we braid it. Get that snipped. Okay, we've got our flexes ready to go. I know they're a bit unsightly, but I'm going to use one of these extension boxes. Can't remember where I used to get these from now. Need to try and remember because I'm down to my last one spare. Here's our chock block. We just need a little bit of a snip. Need to get some chock blocks. I'm all out. I've been filming a lot of videos for the Vintage Lights Christmas channel, which used to be called My Old Lights. If you're interested in old lights, old bulbs and old British light fixtures, street lights, that kind of thing, click the link up there to the channel, go check it out. We're going to start building that slowly over the year, and I've run out of chock blocks and I need them for some of the lights that we use on there. I've obviously gone through a lot of them over the years because I used to have loads, but now I seemingly have none. Pull test, all good. These extension boxes are designed for chock blocks, so that goes on the little standoff post like that, holds it in place, and then we've got our cable grips. Okay, nice and tight. And close it up. We've got to get our cables in the cutout. This one needs to be a little bit bigger. And then our securing screw. Bit unsightly, but I'm still waiting for someone to tell me which kind of a crimper I need to use these properly. So that's that all done. We'll do a little bit of minor braiding on these, not too much because we'll lose too much length. Just remember you need to untangle the wires with your thumb as you go down, because as you're braiding it here, it kind of braids in the middle as well. Okay, we're all braided there. Not bad, just a little bit of loose light braiding. I didn't want to do it too much because we will end up losing length. Now we need a plug, and we have lots to choose from. So what should we have? We've got Leico, Micromark, PMS I think, Delta. Oh, this is a big MK one. Master plug. Electra. Volex. Another Volex. SWE. And this one is an NTA. I'm thinking I'm going to go for the old MK one, because nice sturdy old plugs. Let's see what we've got inside. We've got 13 amp fuse. Oh, we've got those kind of terminals. Some people have probably seen these before, some may not have. They're not the best plugs, but we've got it out now, we might as well use it. So you remove these old screw on terminals, and your wires, you give it a little bit of a loop like that. Make sure it's on. Put your screw back on. A very sketchy way of doing things. Don't know how long this design lasted for, whether it was a really old design that just stayed the course. Anybody knows how long these were in fashion for? Let us know in the comments below. But rather than swapping it out, I'm using it because it's interesting all the same. Okay, they're not going anywhere. So, cord grip. So I want to use. Right, let's see if these lights work. And they do. I can see we've got some bulbs out. Lots of bulbs out. In fact, I'm gonna turn it off. Gonna get the dimmer plug out to prevent a cascade failure. We'll put it all the way to the 12 o'clock position, turn them back on. There we go, that's better. Less risk of losing bulbs now. So yeah, these are very interesting lights. Are they Christmas lights? Are they not? Up to you to decide. I mean, I've had them on a tree before and I think they looked pretty good. This one's not really illuminating too much. I think that paper's a little bit too dark. But we've got triangular, we've got square, cube shaped, we've got round ones, and they're very intricate. Held on with some wire. Not really happy with that because it's quite close to the terminals. But let's go through our blown bulbs. They're like a concertina design as well. So we've got coloured spare bulbs. That's not a problem. The paint can be scraped off on a later date. So remove that from there. And now we need to get our replacement bulbs liberated from their bases. Keep them for spares. And they go in perfectly, just like that. So hopefully all goes well. This will light up, no issues. There we go. Got a pink one. Gonna do a bit of a time lapse because this will take me some time to go through all these blown bulbs. The set has already swallowed our Wonderland spare bulbs, so moving on to these, some replacement Premier bulbs. Again, 7 volt, 0.75 watt, needs must, unfortunately. Oh, hello. Well, that's definitely broken. Maybe you saw that, but the little bit of terminal was still in there and it arced over and lit the set up. We've got our last one. I think what I'll do first is I'll take this one out here and I'll swap it with this one, because I'm going to install a fuse bulb, which this set never had. There we go. Right, got them all back up and running again, and that's them on full chat. There are no overtly bright bulbs that I can single out. I might just leave these colour bulbs in, add a little bit of character. This one makes it look purple. So they've managed to swallow 7 spare bulbs. I'm now going to have to go and order some more spare bulbs. I need to get some more of these. Or are these 7 volt, 0.75 watt? So I've got spares for these and some other lights. So the gaps on these lights are very, very short. You're talking 2 inches tops. So although it's a set of 35, it's a very short set of lights. So they're a very oddball set, artisan, homemade by some lovely person in China in the early 2000s, but I like them. They're rustic. Tell us what you think about these in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you need bulbs for a set of lights and you're not too sure, there's a video up here that explains how you can get around figuring out what bulb you need. For this it was divide 240 by 35 and it gave me the 7 volts that I needed to put replacement bulbs in these, and we got them back up and running again. We've made them safer by extending them with a nice safer option chock block box with cable grips. We've got a fused plug, although the plug itself may not be up to code, but it's still fused with a 1 amp fuse. Just found another one out. So that is now 8 bulbs that this set's going to swallow. Oh, there we go. 8 bulbs replaced now, and because spare bulbs that are packaged like that cost about £5 a pop, we've spent, near as makes no difference, almost £10 on spare bulbs already to get this set working again. The lives and loves of vintage Christmas lights. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will catch you on the next one.